Okay, how you doing, everybody? I'm Coach Michael Chandler. I'm here just to have a conversation with men, like I always do. Specifically, age ranges 35 and above, 35, 40 years old. If you're younger and you're gonna get here one day and you need to take these things serious as well, that's good. You get a jump on it, okay? But if you're older, then it's not too late. And this all comes around full circle to relationships, dating, game, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I've already told you how to be truthful and to be honest in any situation. I told you how the truth helps you keep from talking too damn much, and it limits who you talk to, and it limits what it is that you say, because anything can be used against you. Now, whether that's a legal situation or just a situation to someone that shouldn't be knowing your business or whatever, okay? The other thing is when you're an honest man and you're truthful, you do have protection from the Most High, of course, because you're operating in an honorable spirit, but you also can be taken advantage of. One man is telling the truth and talking to another man that's lying and manipulating is going to subject you to being to have some sort of manipulation or some sort of plot against you. Now, that's where being honest can kind of be at a disadvantage. So you got to be able to protect yourself and know who it is that you're talking to, because you're not going to be able to lie. So therefore, if you're not able to lie, then you're not able just to talk to anybody. You're not able to talk to anybody about anything. Okay. I've also told you about how to get over the fear of starting your own platform and being in some leadership position, because the youth need to see you. The youth don't know how to get old. They don't want to get old. They don't know how to get old. So they're looking at you, staring at you, sizing you up. And if you ain't up to par, when I say up to par, meaning a man that's handling your business and taking care of yourself, you don't give them nothing to look forward to. If they like, this is what 35, 40 is, I don't want to be that. I might as well just ride gang banging out and just die. If that's the case, I might as well sell this dope and just live fast and get 20 years. You know? So that's one thing, one aspect that I want you to look at when it comes to telling the truth, stepping out on faith, and getting over the fear and being in a leadership position. The other thing I told you about was to, hold on. Tell the truth. Be honest. Oh, have a positive attitude, especially during hard times. I talked to you about negatives and how negative works in weightlifting, and how you can apply that same psychology into negative situations in life. And what you do is, when you have a negative situation in life, you fight to have the most positive attitude that you can. And when you come out of the negative, you'll be more positive because you fought to be more positive during the negative, if that makes sense. Okay, if not, go back and watch the video on the positive attitude and weightlifting and negatives, etc. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you about in full detail is to always be doing something. Now, I'm going to give you this briefly because I don't want to have to break down and make it an entire long form type of video. But what I mean by always be doing something is, as a man, you should be in your purpose working on some type of craft. Whatever that craft is. My craft is counseling, mental health, life coaching, and things of that nature. So therefore, I'm able to deliver that information and break it down eloquently to you, to where you can understand it, be motivated behind it, and then go do something, some sort of action. Okay. Now, whatever your craft is, whether you're a medical doctor and you're a surgeon and you saving people's lives on a medical bed, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to be proficient at it. Even if it's flipping burgers, that's okay. You flip burgers faster than any other burger flipper. All right? So, you should be beaten down on your craft. You should be in your purpose. And you should be doing what it is that you're on the planet here for. But, in the meantime, in between time, whatever job that you have, you should be doing it with pride. Whether it's driving for Uber, your car should be clean. You should be clean. You see what I'm saying? So on top of that and being in your purpose, the other thing is you need to be taking care of your medical health. Over 35, 40 years old, you should at least have 2 medical appointments a year, even if it's just getting your blood checked. Now you should be getting your blood work done. You should be taking care of all the health that you need to be taken care of, okay? Because that blood work is going to show you what it is that you're deficient in and what it is that you got to work on. And then you'll do a follow-up blood test another 3 to 6 months later. So not only if you are healthy, makes no difference, get your blood work done and take care of yourself medically, okay? If you're a veteran, no excuse. Get to the VA, handle your business. Same with dental. You shouldn't be losing your teeth at 41. See what I'm saying? And not only should you not be losing your teeth, you should be taking care of your teeth. That's your dental. Okay, so now you have your medical, now you have your dental. Next thing of action is your physical health, which means that you should be doing some sort of exercise to where your wind gets up. Whether that's basketball, that gets your wind up. Whether it's boxing gets your wind up. Jump rope gets your wind up. Lifting heavy weights, not necessarily heavy weights that where you can only do 1, 2, 3, or 4 times. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying powerlifting. I'm saying you should be doing something high reps, such from like squats, deadlift, sprints. I mentioned jump rope. Dumbbell pullovers. What you need to be doing when you exercise is you need to feel your heart like you need to be breathing like that for at least 15 to 30 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week. Okay? So then that's your physical health. And last but not least is your spiritual health. Whatever type of spiritual doctrine that you are into, you need to be doing that. If you're a Muslim, that's 5 times a day. Unless you're a Shiite, that's 3 times a day. If you're a Christian, you should be having time aside to fellowship with other Christians, go to some sort of church, have some sort of Christian community, have some sort of Bible study, or be reading the Bible on your own, however you want to do it. For those who don't believe in nothing and you just believe in the universe, then okay, well, take out some time to take some deep breaths, like my boy Ralph Smart say, breathe in that good prana and do some yoga or something. Bottom line is there needs to be some sort of time set aside for some sort of spiritual practice. All right. Now those things right there in themselves should have you full on a weekly basis. Now I'm saying all this to come full circle of when the hell do you have time for a woman? And this is for my single dudes who ask all these questions about dating. You want game and you want to, you know what I'm saying, get out there and get on the ladies and all this type of stuff. Okay, well, you have to have all this done first. And it gives off, it projects. A lot of men end up with bad women and in bad situations, like Mark, by being too readily available. Not having nothing going on for yourself. Don't you know one of the things that women values is a man that takes care of himself? You can be wearing Jordans and Gucci and all that, but man, your teeth out, your breath stink, you ain't got your health is bad. All that you need to take care of first. And not only will you have women, you'll have a better quality of women. Women that can appreciate a man that's not going to always be available because he's actually taking care of himself. Now, I didn't mention if you have children and other type of responsibilities. So the reason that you're readily available all the time is because you're not taking care of yourself. And you're being taken advantage of and you don't see it. I had a video up called Mark's Story. I don't know if it's still up. I think I had to take it down. I think because I used some music and it was copyrighted, whatever. So, to give you an abbreviated version of Mark's story. Mark was a guy that, his real name is not Mark. That's a fictitious name to protect his identity and to show respect to his family and loved ones. But either way, Mark was a hermit, man. Mark didn't like going out. Mark was, he was a veteran. He had clinical diagnoses of, PTSD, anxiety. He didn't like crowds. He didn't really like being in public. But at the same time, he had needs as a man, so he decides to go on an app to be able to satisfy those needs that he had. Okay, well, he actually meets someone, and in meeting that person, she asked him to come and help her move. Now, I want to say when he met her, let's say it was a Thursday, that Saturday, he was already helping her move. Basically, he met her that week, and that weekend, the woman that he met on the app, he agreed to help her move. Unbeknownst to Mark, she was moving out of a domestic situation, a domestic violence situation, meaning that her and her man lived in the same spot, and she was leaving him. So therefore, he was helping her move out of this domestic violence situation, but she didn't tell him that. Okay? He goes to help her move. The boyfriend sees the U-Haul, sees her moving, gets into an argument with her, and all of a sudden understands that Mark is off in there helping her move. And so basically he like, who the F is this? Make a long story short, he unalives him. They get into it, he unalives Mark. And guess what? He has rights. Whether she was in a domestic situation or not, the man still has rights to his home. So Mark is still an intruder to the man's home. And basically, to make a long story short, he unalived Mark. And not only did he unalive Mark, the woman cooperated with his story. So basically, Mark lost his life helping a woman move that he didn't know was in a domestic violence situation. Now, I'm not saying don't be no nice guy, and I'm not saying a man isn't supposed to lift heavy things for women. That's not the point. The point is you're too damn readily available. And that's a sign of weakness, man, and women are picking y'all apart on it. Quit being so readily and easily available. You met this woman on the app Thursday night. You should have already had something planned Saturday. I'm not blaming the victim, but it's just upsetting that to man's demise and to man's downfall, a lot of us, man, are selling ourselves short simply because we're just not taking care of ourselves, man. So I hope everything I've said is giving you some motivation to find some way to take care of yourself. All right? I'm Coach Michael Chandler, man. I'm going to leave it there. One love.